Now is the Gatestone Institute senior fellow, Gordon Chang. And Gordon, I thought what Jameson Greer said about the Southeast Asian countries was important because the U.S. is trying to, align with countries around China before actually locking up that deal with China.
Yeah, one of the good things here is that we've got some delay in terms of coming to terms with China, and that gives the Trump administration the possibility of actually setting up these deals with other countries. That tends to isolate China, puts China in a weaker bargaining position. So the longer the discussions with China go on, actually, the stronger that we are. Normally, when there's delay, it helps China. This time, delay is helping us because of President Trump's overall trade policy.
Well, the president is also trying to ensure America is not relying on China when it comes to those magnets. I mean, China is being real tough on the rare earth minerals and the magnets that are refined there. Do you think the U.S. has enough leverage here?
We have enormous amount of leverage. As President Trump said, the Chinese are trying to use their purchasing power to gain leverage in the trade discussions with us. But last year, Americans bought $295.4 billion more goods from China than China bought from us. And that means we have the balance of power in this leverage business. So, yeah, we should be using it. We're not using it. And until we use it, the Chinese are going to continue to stuff the farmers and other American producers.
So foreign ministers from China and North Korea meeting in Beijing this past Sunday. They're vowing to strengthen their bilateral ties, boost communications, cooperate in international and regional affairs. This is 3 weeks after Kim Jong-un and Xi Jinping held their first summit in 6 years. Kim was also at that massive Chinese military parade alongside Vladimir Putin from Russia, all going to kiss the ring of Xi Jinping. What do you make of this strengthening relationship is what they're trying to make us think it is between North Korea and China and Russia?
Yeah, well, North Korea's relations with Beijing have been strong for decades. China actually gets all that it wants from North Korea when it wants it. Sometimes the North Koreans will defy the Chinese and will say, oh, look like they're separating. But really, when China wants something, they pull the string and they get it. And clearly, North Korea and China have had very good relations over the course of decades. And of course, now we're seeing the bonds tighten between North Korea and Russia and between China and Russia. So this is a world dividing. The world's divided into camps. We got to acknowledge it. And we have a very different international system than we did a couple of years ago.
Who is running the local Philadelphia offices here? The Philadelphia Office of Immigrant Affairs will be raising the Chinese flag on Tuesday in front of the City Hall. They claim it's a celebration of the establishment of the Chinese Communist Party. The event was sponsored by the Pennsylvania United Chinese Coalition, Gordon. So here we have the Chinese flag, the Communist flag of China, being raised on Tuesday in the home of the birthplace of America. Okay, Philadelphia. Your reaction?
Yeah, well, the answer to your question, who's running this thing in Philadelphia? The answer is Xi Jinping. Because
it appears that way.
Because the Communist Party is more influential in the city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, Independence Hall, and all the rest of it. He's more influential than Donald Trump. So really what we have got here is a problem. We have these priorities of sort of taking illegal immigrants out of the Central Valley of California. And no, yeah, they shouldn't be there. But the most important thing that I should be doing is going after the networks of China and Iran in cities like Philadelphia and San Francisco, because those are operatives and soldiers who are here to strike us. We need to go after them first. And this influential flag raising shows that how important the Communist Party has infiltrated big cities on the East Coast.
I mean, we know that they've infiltrated San Francisco, right? I mean, they put a Chinese American in charge of elections back in San Francisco. Remember that one? But I mean, it's just optics, raising the flag. But why would they do such a thing at a moment in time, no less, that China continues to undermine the United States?
Well, they're doing that because they want to show how influential, how important they are. They want to intimidate the United States. Xi Jinping's form of diplomacy is coercing other countries. And what he's trying to do to say to Americans, look, you're finished. We have your president on the run. We're in charge. And that's why they want all of these Chinese communities in these big cities to raise the Communist Party's flag.
Unbelievable. But that's not the reality, is it?
No, it's not. But the part is that this is Xi Jinping's narrative. This is what he's been telling Americans. This is what he's been telling other countries around the world.
So he'll show that video all over China.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, you know, the videos of President Trump going to Beijing, you know, that's sort of like, here's the vassal deciding to come to our grand celestial capital, and he's paying homage to us. That really helps Xi Jinping at a time when Xi's in trouble at home.
I know Xi Jinping wanted President Trump to go to that military parade as well.
Yes.
Of course, Trump is not going to be seen at the military parade of Communist China, our #1 adversary. Gordon, always great to get your insights on all of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
All right, Gordon Chang.